Hi viewers, this is R. Palchami from Jehovah's Centum Physics. Now we are going to discuss about 8th part of electrostatics. Okay, in that previous part 8a we have discussed about electric potential at a point due to an electric dipole. Here we are going to discuss about equipotential surface, okay, and electric field and electric potential relationship. Okay, my dears, if you are not subscribed our channel, first you just subscribe our channel and don't forget to click the bell icon so that you can receive all the videos and notifications while uploading new videos. Okay, right, thank you. Now let us move to the topic. What is the first topic? First topic is nothing but equipotential surface. Okay, how can we understand this equipotential surface? To understand this concept of equipotential surface, we can imagine a source charge or the positive charge is kept at some point in space. Okay, in this picture we can easily understand that there is a source charge is kept at some point in space. Okay, otherwise we can imagine that there is a unit positive charge is kept at this point. Okay, otherwise we can imagine this is a plus q charge is kept in some point in space at a distance of r from this source charge. We are imagining a sphere. Now in this sphere we are considering some points a, b, c, d, e, f, g, h, I, j, like that we are taking the points. Okay, like that I have draw the diagram here. So in this diagram there are 10 points we are considering a, b, c, d, e, f, g, h, I, j. Okay, now by keeping the charge q at the center, the electric potential at all the point surface of the given sphere is same. Why we are writing like this? How can we understand at all the points on the surface will have the same potential? To understand this concept, we can easily calculate the amount of electric potential at the point A. First of all, VA, how can we calculate? It is given by K into Q by R. For the point B, what will be the potential? It is also given by VB is equal to K into Q by R. For the point C, how can we write? For that also, it will have the value of potential K into Q divided by R. Why? Because K is common for all the equations and Q is the test charge which is kept at the center. It will not be changed. The distance is also same from the point charge Q to all the points on the particular surface, so that there is no change in the value of K, there is no change in the value of Q, and there is no change in the value of distance. Then we can conclude that the potential at all these points on the particular surface, it will be same. Such a surface is called as the equipotential surface. Okay, right. Now you can raise one question. Sir, if it is asked in the 2 mark, from which sentence to which sentence I have to write, you can ask. For that only I have given in the red color for that question. An equipotential surface is a surface on which all the points are at the same potential. The surface which contains the same potential with all points, they are known as equipotential surface. If they are asking in 2 mark question, this is enough, but better you can write 2 more points. Why? Because we can raise one question. Instead of point charge kept at the center, suppose if we are consider if it is kept in the uniform electric field, then what will be the equipotential surface? How it will form? Okay, for that only I have given 2 more points. For a point charge, if we consider the charge is point charge, the equipotential surfaces are concentric spherical surfaces or concentric spheres. It is also correct. So this will be expected in the 1 mark question. They will ask the question like this: a point charge, the equipotential or in the equipotential surface, the point charge will form or will produce or will concentric. We have to write concentric spheres, or we can choose the option spherical surfaces. Okay, then if we consider spherical surfaces, a plural form, so more than one surface is there. So how can we calculate more surfaces? It is at different distances. Okay, that is explained in this diagram. From the origin, from the center point, there are 3 surfaces we have taken. One is orange at the center, and this is surface 1. Okay, then next one is blue, this is surface 2. Then third one is green, this is surface 3. So for the first surface, it has some distance r. If we consider the second surface, it will be extended than r1. So the distance for the first surface, it can be considered as r1. For the second surface, it can be considered as r2. For the third surface, it can be considered as r3. So here there is no change in the charge value, there is no change in the k value, only the distance is differed. Okay, for example, we assume that r1 is equal to 2 centimeter, r2 is equal to 5 centimeter, then r3 is equal to 8 centimeter. Now if we consider the first surface, surface 1, they will have the same potential because the distance it will be same. So what will be the potential for the first surface? We can consider Vs1 is equal to K into Q by 2. What about the second surface? It can be given by Vs2. It is given by Vs2 is equal to K into Q by 5. What about the potential for third surface? It is given by K into Q by 8. So this is for the first surface. It will be same. For the second surface, K into Q by 5. For third surface, K into Q by 8. That's why it is explained clearly. Each spherical surface is an equipotential surface, but the value of potential is different for different spherical surfaces. Are you clear? For the first surface, it is given by KQ divided by 2. For the second surface, it is given by KQ divided by 5. For the third surface, it is given by KQ divided by 8. So for each surface, the value of potential is different. Okay, right. Then this is for the point charge we have considered. Suppose if we consider if it is in the uniform electric field, if it is in the uniform electric field, then equipotential surface form a set of plane. This is 1 mark question. And one more sentence we have to write. It is normal to the direction of electric field. Now you can raise one more question, that is nothing but in the previous point we have discussed a point charge, the equipotential surfaces concentric spherical surfaces. In that case, it found the set of planes. Then one more word we have seen, that is nothing but they are normal to the direction of electric field in this case. Then what about the point charge? In this point charge also, the direction of electric field, it is always normal to this spherical surface, and one more thing, the spherical surface is normal to direction of electric field. This is the fundamental thing we have to understand. Either it may be the point charge or the uniform field. The equipotential surface, it is always normal to the direction of electric field. There will be no change. Okay, then suppose if we consider the electric field is not uniform field, if it is a not uniform field, for the second case I have given the diagram here. In the uniform electric field, they will set the planes. Okay, they will set the planes. Okay, right, and we should write it is always normal to the direction of electric field. Then what are the properties of equipotential surface? So from this also we can expect the 2 mark question and even 1 mark question. Mostly 1 mark problem oriented question can be expected from this topic. Right. So what are the important things we have to understand from these properties of equipotential surface? One is work done. Okay, right. What is the amount of work done? The amount of work done to move the charge or unit mass charge Q between 2 points A and B. It is given by W is equal to Q into VA minus VB or VB minus VA. So from this you can write one more formula, that is nothing but dW is equal to Q into dV. What is meant by dV? dV is nothing but change in potential or difference of potential. For that only I wrote here dV. dV is nothing but difference of potential. Difference means subtraction. The smaller quantity can be subtracted from the greater quantity. So I told clearly it may be VB minus VA or VA minus VB. Okay, right. Then next one, the amount of work done, it is given by W is equal to Q into VB minus VA. Then we assume that both the points A and B lies on the same equipotential surface. Same equipotential surface means, what is the meaning? The potential at the point A will be equal to potential at the point B. Otherwise, if we consider n number of points are there, all the points they will have the same amount of potential. So how can we write that? That is equal to VA is equal to VB is equal to VC is equal to VD is equal to Vn if we consider n number of particles. Here we imagine only 2 points A and B. If potential at A and B are equal, then what will be the work done? Work done value, it will be equal to 0. Okay, so here you have to mention Q. I forgot, I am very sorry. It should be written as W is equal to VA minus VB into Q. Even though some charge is there, since the potential are same, VB minus VA is equal to what? 0. Then what will be the remaining work done value? It will be equal to 0. So in the 1 mark part, we can expect they will ask if 500 microcoulomb charge is moved from one point to another point in equipotential surface, then what is the amount of work done? It is always equal to 0. Otherwise they will give the charge value with different magnitude. Instead of 500 microcoulomb, they will give 600 microcoulomb or 100 microcoulomb or 1 microcoulomb, whatever it may be. If it is the equipotential surface, definitely the amount of work done must be equal to 0. Okay, right. The next point, the electric field is normal to the equipotential surface. It is also already we have discussed. The electric field, it is always normal to the direction of equipotential surface. It should be there. Suppose if it is not normal, that means if the electric field is parallel to the equipotential surface, what will happen? Work must be done. Work will be done. But in the equipotential, if it is normal to the direction of electric field, work done value is equal to what? It is always equal to 0. If it is not normal means, then electric field will be parallel to the surface. Then there must be some amount of work will be done to move the charge between any 2 points on the same surface. Even though in the same surface some amount of work must be done, if the equipotential surface is not normal, not perpendicular, if they are parallel to the direction of electric field, definitely work must be done. Okay, but this is a contradiction, because in nature it is not possible. Always the electric field, it will be perpendicular to the plane of equipotential surfaces. Okay, right. So that finally we have given, therefore there must be electric field always normal to the equipotential surface. Okay, this is the second important point. Then next one important topic is nothing but what is the relation between electric field and electric potential. To understand this topic, we are imagining a point charge Q at space in some point we are taking. Right. Now another point charge Q naught is taken at the point A. It is moved towards the point B with a distance of dx. Now what is the amount of work done? Just before we have discussed, dW is equal to Q into dV. What is dV? Difference of potential between the point A and B. Right. Now the work done is against the direction of electric field. Why? Because the source charge, it will form the electric field radially outwards, but the test charge, it should be moved against the direction of electric field. That's why we are writing the amount of work done is against the electrostatic force or electric field. Here I wrote the consideration, right? Let us consider the positive charge kept at a fixed at the origin. It will produce some electric field radially outwards. Then if the Q naught is another charge, that is the test charge. Here you can write the bracket at the point A. Now we are imagining test charge is kept at the point A. Now if the test charge is moved towards the point B, what will be there? If it is moved towards the point new position B, some amount of work must be done against the direction of electric field, because the electric field is acting along this direction. We are moving the test charge along opposite direction. That's why we are writing there must be some amount of work done against the direction of electric field. Now what is the amount of work done on the test charge? It will be called as the potential difference. Why? Because in the definition of potential difference also we have discussed, it is the amount of work done to move the unit positive charge from one point to another point against the electric force or against the electrostatic field. Okay, that's why we are writing the amount of work done is known as the potential difference. Now what is the amount of work done? The amount of work done, it will be given by the formula dW is equal to minus E dot dx. What is dW? The small amount of work done to move the unit positive charge in a small displacement. That's why dx is the small displacement. So that I have written dW is equal to minus E dot dx. Why the negative sign is given here? Negative sign indicates that the amount of work is done against the electric field. Okay, because it is just moved opposite to the direction of electric field produced by the source charge Q. That's why negative sign is introduced here. Now, what is the amount of work done? By the definition of potential difference, we got clearly the amount of work done is nothing but the potential difference. Okay, so that we can write dW is equal to dV. What is dW? Small amount of work done is equal to small amount of potential difference. From this equation we can write dW is equal to minus E dot dx is equal to dV. Then by the simplification we can write E is equal to minus dV by dx. Dx is brought right hand side. Already it is in multiplication, so it will come under division. Then minus sign, it is also goes to the right hand side. Okay, now this E is equal to minus dV by dx. It is known as the relation between electric field and potential. Okay, right. Now one more thing, from this formula you have to understand that E is equal to minus dV by dx. Here dV by dx is nothing but gradient. It is known as gradient. So that in the next sentence I have given the electric field is the negative gradient of the potential. So dV by dx is equal to what? Gradient of potential. Okay, right. Then what is meant by gradient? Gradient or grade is nothing but, it is also called as del operator. In mathematics it is known as del operator. What is meant by del operator? Del operator is an important tool in mathematics, especially in fluid mechanics. We are using the term gradient. So gradient is also given as del. What is meant by del? Del is equal to dou by dou x into I cap plus dou by dou y into j cap plus dou by dou z into k cap. That is known as del. Otherwise we can write gradient is equal to dou by dou x into I cap plus dou by dou y into j cap plus dou by dou z into k cap. So here we have to understand that gradient is equal to, otherwise we can write grade is equal to del is equal to, we can write this equation dou by dou x into I cap plus dou by dou y into j cap plus dou by dou z into k cap. Mostly it will be used to represent in the vector form. Okay, so that final equation it is given by, in general, E vector is equal to write this equation in the vector form we are using the del operator. Okay, don't forget del operator. What is del operator? It is nothing but gradient. Otherwise in symbol it will be given as del, inverted triangle. So grade is equal to del is equal to dou by dou x of I cap plus dou by dou y of j cap plus dou by dou z of k cap. Okay, right. If there is any function is given, we have to write the function with dou by dou x of f or dou by dou x of what is the function they are giving, we are using. Right. Now E vector is equal to dou v by dou x into I cap. Here what is the function? Potential is the function. That's why we are writing dou by dou x of potential into I cap plus dou by dou y of potential into j cap, dou by dou z of potential into k cap. Otherwise simply we can read as dou v by dou x into I cap plus dou v by dou y into j cap plus dou v by dou z into k cap. Okay, this is the final form. But actually they will ask the one more question, this formula only, is equal to minus dV by dx. So minus is nothing but negative. What is meant by dV by dx? Gradient of potential. So we can expect the one more question, that is nothing but E is equal to minus grade V. Otherwise V is equal to minus del V. This is not del dot del V. Okay, you have to write like this: E is equal to minus grade V or E is equal to minus del V. So these are also expected in the one more question. Then from the equipotential surface we can expect 2 mark or 3 mark questions. Okay, then one more formula if we need, we can have it, that is nothing but W is equal to, or potential difference dV is equal to W A to B divided by Q. This is also important formula, that is nothing but V is equal to W by Q. V is equal to what? W by Q. For small potential difference we are writing dV, otherwise V is equal to W by Q. What is A to B? Potential difference means from one point to another point. From which point to which point? From the point A to B. That's why we can represent dV is equal to W A to B divided by Q. That is nothing but work done to move the charge from the point A to B is known as the potential difference. Actually, this is the formula for electric potential difference. Okay, this is also one of the formula. If you want, you can note it. What is the formula? dV is equal to W divided by Q. Otherwise, this also can be written as dV is equal to what? VA minus VB is equal to W by Q. From this formula only we get this one. Okay, right. Now I have given the formula and the explanation clearly. If you have any doubt, you can write it in the comment box. I will try to solve your doubts. Okay, right. While preparing this question, you have to read out carefully by line, then only you can understand the concept. What are the texts they have given in the book? It is simplified, and what are the essential points you have to know. Everything I have given to you for your exam point of view. So please students, go through carefully. If you want these notes, you can mention in the comment box. Definitely I will send it you through WhatsApp or your mail ID. Okay, in every page at the bottom I have given mail ID also. If you want any other notes or any other questions or formula and problems, whatever it may be, you can mention it in the comment box, and I will send it you to through the mail ID. Okay, and after this you just write down the 2 mark question. What is equipotential surface, and derive the relationship between the electric potential and the electric field. Okay, then we can discuss the next topic in the next video. Thank you. Thanks for watching.